Well, hello there YouTube, how's it going? It's Bunks here, and today I have videos for you which will show you how to get yourself a nice shiny new S-Class starship in No Man's Sky. Now these are very rare to come across, and loads of systems won't even have an S-Class ship flying around at all, and even systems which do have the odd S-Class ship, there's still only a maximum of 2% chance of you coming across one of these, so it'll certainly help you to know where to look for them. Before we crack on, why not hit that subscribe button so you can be kept up to date with all my future No Man's Sky videos. Now there are a couple of things you're going to need before you go hunting for an S-Class starship, and the first is a lot, and I do mean a lot, of units. Because as you'd have guessed, these S-Class starships aren't cheap, so before you go hunting for them, you're going to want to make sure you have at least, I would say, a minimum of 20 million units stocked up. This should get you most S-Class starships, apart from possibly haulers, which cost even more. So if you're after a hauler, I would make sure you've probably got at least 50 million units. And if you're super lucky, you should be able to find and afford an exotic one. The most expensive S-Class ship I've come across was a hauler with maximum inventory slots, and that would have sent me back 115 million units. I think coming across ones this expensive is super rare. You should be able to get a decent fighter one for less than 20 million. And if you don't have at least 20 million stocked up, check out my other video on how you can make millions in no time at all. I'll leave a link for you in the description. And the second thing you're going to need is to make sure you have the economy scanner installed on your current starship. This is because S-Class ships aren't available in every star system you go to. The economy scanner will allow you to assess the economy strength of a system before you visit it, so you're not wasting your time in poor economies. If you don't have the economy scanner yet, don't panic, there are a couple of methods to get it. It can be purchased on the Space Anomaly in the ship upgrade area, and it can also be found by following a distress beacon of a crashed ship. And if you already have the blueprint for it, it can be built using 3 microprocessors and 1 wiring loom. So as I mentioned, you can only get an S-Class ship in specific systems with a certain economy strength. There are 3 different economy strengths, and you can only get the S-Class ship in 2 of them. When you're in the Galaxy Explorer, avoid systems with a weak economy, as you'll have no chance of finding an S-Class ship here, so there's no point in even travelling to it. When you've got your economy scanner installed, these will appear as declining, destitute, falling, fledging, low supply, struggling, unsuccessful, or unpromising, so don't bother warping to these systems. Moving on up to the next strength economy, and that is an average economy. Even though you can find an S-Class ship here, I think it's still only 1% chance of you actually doing so, so you may want to avoid these as well. Average economies will appear in the galaxy map as adequate, balanced, comfortable, developing, medium supply, promising, satisfactory, or sustainable, so you could just avoid these. Finally, we have the economy strength of wealthy. Now, it wouldn't take a genius to know that this is where you can have the best chance of finding S-Class ships. In the Galaxy Explorer, these are going to appear as advanced, affluent, booming, flourishing, high supply, opulent, prosperous, and of course, wealthy. So when you find these systems in your galaxy map, get yourself to warp there and go hunting for that good old S-Class starship. Now that you're in this wealthy system, you're going to want to go to one of 2 places to find S-Class ships. One of them is a space station, would you believe, and the other is trading outposts on the planets within this wealthy system. If you do go down to a trading outpost on one of the planets, it'll help if the planet is calm, so you don't need to keep rushing inside to recharge your hazard protection. Secondly, make sure not to land your ship on one of the landing pads, because this will allow more ships to come and land there, so hopefully meaning you can find an S-Class ship quicker. Now unfortunately, this next step can be a bit of a waiting game, and this applies to both the space station or a trading outpost. You could get super lucky and an S-Class ship could rock up shortly after you do, but more often than not, you're going to have to wait around a bit for one to appear. If you're on the trading outpost, plonk yourself on top of it where you can see all the landing pads, so you can scan any ship that lands using your analysis visor. And if you go to the space station, take a spot on the side so you can see all the landing spots, and again, you can scan all your ships using the analysis visor. Scanning them will allow you to see if it's an S-Class or not and how much it's going to cost you to get it. On a side note, if you do scan an S-Class ship and find out you can't afford it, a bit like I did, don't panic. Just head around the planet or head to a nearby planet, acquiring things like buried technology and scanning flora, fauna and creatures, assuming you've got the analysis visor upgraded, which will get you a few million units in no time at all. I was a couple of million units short when I first came across an S-Class ship in this playthrough, annoyingly, but like I said, you could make a few million quite quickly, and if you want to make even more, again, check out my previous video explaining how to do this. One thing to note when you're making money and gathering resources, make sure you don't leave the system you're currently in, because this will cause the S-Class ship to leave as well. I'm not entirely sure why this is 100% accurate, but I've read up on it and it seems to be the truth, so don't risk it. And once you find that all elusive S-Class ship that you can afford, go ahead and head down to the captain and make an offer on it. If you cannot afford the ship outright but you can afford a trade, you may as well go ahead and upgrade your ship. And a word of warning before you do trade the ship, make sure you transfer all of your current ship's inventory over to the new one and dismantle any technology and move that over as well so you can rebuild them quicker. If you are rolling in the dollar units and you can afford the nice shiny new S-Class starship outright without a trade, then you're on to a winner. Your old ship should appear in your freighter if you have one, and if you don't, check out my other video on how to get one for free. I'll leave a video link in the description. Anyway, if you do buy it outright, you're going to be able to spawn your old ship as and when you want to when you're roaming around planets. So if you do ever want to sell it, spawn it, make it your main ship, head to a nearby space station and you can sell it for scrap or trade it for another ship if you so want to. And that, guys, is a nice quick guide on how you can get yourself a swanky new S-Class starship. It may not be exotic, hopefully it is if you're really lucky, and it may take you some time waiting around until you come across one, but it'll definitely be worth the wait, that's for sure. As always, if you found this video useful and would like to see more No Man's Sky video guides, why not hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about anything you'd like me to do. I'm also going to be starting a new series of No Man's Sky challenges, so keep an eye out for those in the very near future. Thanks for watching and catch you next time.